Now it's time for Photo Booth Live Chat with John Young. Good evening and welcome to tonight's show here on PBNTV. I'm John Young, your host, and tonight we're going to be talking about taking your photo booth business that you really enjoy and really love doing, but expanding your business opportunities to make more money from weddings to different events. And tonight I've got Aaron from Photo Active Events. Good evening, Aaron.
Hello.
Hey, tonight's topic is something, because you are kind of a diverse business up there in the wedding entertainment world. Kind of give us just a little elevator speech of the different things you guys do.
So we do weddings, we do school dances, corporate events, all of the whole gamut there. But then we also do a lot of bar and restaurant entertainment and promotions as well. As a company, we actually produced over 2,100 events in 2019.
Wow. So you guys have got a staff out there doing a lot of different things and really being able to make money a lot of different ways.
Yes, probably half of our annual revenue comes from doing weekday events.
And we'll jump right in, because there's two areas I want to hit tonight in our area. Our show is talking about ways to basically kind of supplement or add things to your photo booth business. The two we're going to talk about tonight is doing some kind of like a weeknight trivia, and I think that's, Aaron, where you're headed to right away. And then a lot of people are adding uplighting, and these are two things you're going to be able to find here at the Photo Booth Expo coming up here in February. The link down in the description below will get you the show passes at the current discount rate. You can go to pbntv.com/tickets, use promo code PBXShow2020, and that'll get you there. But these are two of the things you're going to be able to find a lot of information about at this year's show. So, Aaron, let's kind of jump into that. You mentioned making money during the kind of weeknights, which typically is not a time where entertainers or even photo booth companies are making money. How are you guys doing that?
So I'm actually an affiliate for a company called DJ Trivia, and even though it says DJ in the name, it really is live hosted bar and pub trivia, hosted on Sunday through Thursday. It's designed to sell food and beverage in bars and restaurants. So, a lot of people think bars, but it's really more like Applebee's, restaurants that serve alcohol and have a bar. We come in on a Monday night at 7:00, and we host an hour and a half long live hosted trivia game. And the thing I really like about it is that the DJ Trivia is a national brand in over 700 bars and restaurants nationwide. And as an affiliate, I have exclusive rights to my city that I'm in. And they provide all of the software. They provide all of the games. I don't have to write any questions. I hire hosts to host it, train them on how to run the program. It takes about 45 minutes to train somebody how to host the game, and then they host trivia regularly every single week. I have 36 different bars that do this every single week. I actually just got back from signing up a new location for Sunday nights that we'll be starting here February 23rd.
Wow. So this is something, a variety of nights, weeknights, off nights, what have you. Let's talk about staffing this. Now, we're used to, with our photo booths, having an attendant and training them a little bit. difficulties or similarities, what have you, compare and contrast a little bit the attendance job with a photo booth compared to the attendance job or the game show person with a system like DJ Trivia?
Yeah, so the thing I love about photo booths is they're systemized. That running a photo booth, the software, how to host, how to set up the booth, set up the backdrop, set up the prop table, it should be the same at pretty much every single event. DJ Trivia is the same way. We need to run the game the DJ Trivia way, and there's a built-in system to plug into the TVs and broadcast wirelessly to the TVs. We use a little small PA speaker, a laptop, and a mixer. So there is a little bit of physical investment into a laptop and a speaker and so on. But in terms of training, if you can train a staff member to successfully show up on time, be friendly, be courteous, and run your photo booth, you can train them to read a question on a microphone, take an answer slip from a team, go team 1 entered A, enter. Team 2 answered C, enter. And the computer tracks all the scores. So you're literally training somebody to run the game the certain way. The software takes care of itself, and it is really straightforward. Our training process is we hire someone new. They go and they play the game once. I pay them $25 to play the game. Then they shadow the host, where they're sitting there behind them, seeing what they do on the computer. Yep. The third time, they're running the game while the regular host is sitting behind them. And then by the fourth time, they're off and running, hosting it on themselves successfully.
So it's actually kind of a quick process to get them up and running. Within probably a couple of weeks, you could have someone up and functioning. Absolutely.
It is really straightforward. It is literally, I call it a business in a box.
Sure.
And it's an affiliate model. So Dave Wyatt from DJ Trivia could tell you a lot more about how to become an affiliate. He'll actually be at Photo Booth Expo.
Yeah.
I'll be there as well, working the DJ Trivia booth. And it's great. It is a business model that has repeatable weekly income. And so I have, like I said, 35, 36 different bars and restaurants that host trivia every single week. And wow. I only host one night myself currently. And so having staff, I mean, on Wednesday nights, I have 12 trivias and also DJ bingos going on. So music bingo is similar to trivia. Instead of asking questions, we play songs on the bingo cards. But it's the same model, same process. And again, I have 12 on Wednesdays, and I don't host a single one myself.
Wow, that's nice. With some of your staff, what's the person who's out the most during the week doing these types of shows? Are they out twice a week, 3 times a week?
Most of our hosts, they like doing 2 nights a week. Okay. Some of them, they're working 3 or 4 nights a week. In terms of like what I pay my hosts, I pay them $50 to host trivia or DJ bingo. So they're working an hour and a half to 2 hours, making $50. It's great part-time income for a college student. I have a couple of people that are stay-at-home moms or school teachers that they do this once or twice a week. And when you add up, who wouldn't benefit from $200, $400, $600, or even $800 a month in additional part-time income?
Right.
Working just 2, 4, 6 nights a week, or 4 hours a week, I should say.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, a quick and easy thing, and would match up with a lot of different occupations. So yeah. Let's talk about from the person who wants to add something like this to their business, the return on investment. How long? There's obviously the investment of getting some gear and different things such as that. And I know you're a numbers guy. For the average person, what would your idea be of when would they start to see a positive cash flow from an investment?
It depends on how much work they put into the getting and acquiring locations. Mm-hmm. So when I became a affiliate for DJ Trivia back in 2014, I got my first location in December of 2014, and by August of 2015, I had 18 different bars and restaurants hosting trivia every week. But that also meant that I went to all of those different bars and restaurants, and I physically set foot in hundreds of different places just to talk to the bar owners, to have the conversation with them on, hey, what's your slowest night of the week? We can help you sell more food and beverage. We'll bring in 30, 40 people every single Tuesday night, and everyone buys a meal, has 2, 3 beers, and they want to be home in bed by 10.
Yeah.
So the sales pitch, all of that stuff, I was taught by Dave at DJ Trivia. So the nice part about this is it is a business in a box. DJ Trivia affiliates, there's over 70 of us around the country. We're kind of a big family. We help each other out, and it is it's a proven process and a proven model. And my success is because I literally just did what they taught me to do.
Yeah, and then you worked the program. So excellent. So that's one option. Let's jump to the idea of adding uplighting, because uplighting has become a big thing with a lot of events that we do, with trying to make that beautiful decor, the changing the look of the room and such. Now, if a person's looking to add that, that's something you've also done with your company.
It is. So we have a lot of lighting, event lighting and effects. Uplighting is our biggest seller. We we offer full room uplighting and send out anywhere from 16 to 20 different park-hand lights to set up around the room. And then we also offer custom monograms or gobos. We call it projecting your name in lights. And we also do the dancing on a cloud for their first dance. We are a DJ company, so we do offer DJs and all that too, but we do have customers that book just the photo booth and the event lighting. And so our staff shows up, they set up all the lights beforehand, they run the photo booth all night long, and then at the end of the night, they pack up and collect the lights and go home. So
how much those two things together? Now, a typical, kind of give us an idea of the day for the person setting up, when they have to arrive, and the amount of time that they have involved. Because if you're using the same stuff,
setting up early. So if you're doing a standard 3-hour photo booth where you're coming in and running the photo booth from 8 till 11 p.m. during the party portion of the night, it does require being there before the cocktail hour to set up the lights. And so I do have, I call them lighting technicians. They go and they set up the lights, and then they come and collect them. Or I give my attendants an extra setup bonus fee. So they show up early, they set up everything early, and then they leave, hang out, do whatever, and then they come back and run the photo booth for the scheduled time.
Nice. Yeah. I would think that, granted, there's a lot of downtime, but the two would fit together very nicely for most events.
It does, especially if the venues are local. I can even have people go and set up the lights at all the local venues Saturday morning and have one person go around to multiple locations and set up the lights, and then at midnight they come around and collect all the lights.
So let's talk a little bit about the gear. When we talked about the trivia side of it, the computer, a few simple things. What have you been finding as you've had staff out there doing lighting that has been successful for you as far as lighting fixtures?
Yeah, so I am a big fan of the American DJ brand of lights. They have for the last several years these ADJ Mega Tripar Profile Pluses, I think, is the model.
Sure.
It's RGB, red, green, blue with UV. So that there's like 52 different built-in color macros to choose from.
Yep.
Really easy interface to use, and they're lightweight. And 4 of them were like $200 and some, and they came in a bag. So, excuse me, it is. Yeah, it is a relatively straightforward process. I mean, for us, what I consider full room is all 4 walls. And so 16 lights or 20 lights means either 4 or 5 lights per wall, which you can cover most venues, at least here in Minnesota, unless it's like a casino grand ballroom where you need 40, 50 lights to fill the whole room. I actually, my secret is, I go to monoprice.com and I buy the 15-foot IEC extension cables.
Yeah, the power cords. Yeah,
the lights have power in and power out, so you can daisy chain them. So, 15-foot cable, daisy chain, plug one into the wall, and then daisy chain them down the wall. And it's really simple, straightforward setup. I send a tote with the lights, all the cables wrapped up in there in a roll of gaff tape.
So how long roughly does it take a person to do an average room? Is it a half-hour setup, an hour setup?
Half hour to an hour, depending on if you've been in the room before and you know how it goes. It also helps if the lights and equipment are packed properly.
Yeah.
If you have to untangle all the cords from the last time they were used, that all comes down to just personal experience and preference. But generally speaking, you'd want to budget about an hour to set up uplighting around the room, and then maybe a little bit more if you add in a monogram and set up a tripod to aim that and so on.
Nice. So let's talk a little bit kind of about the investment that we buy the lighting and such. What's the return on investment when it comes to an uplighting, adding uplighting to your business? Is that something that is still profitable to do, or is it something that not so much?
It is. It depends on, well, one, your pricing model, and return on investment. Just some rough math. I think I'm charging about 20% of equipment cost. So if it cost me $1,500 to buy 25 lights, 24 lights, those lights are going out for about $300
Sure.
a week for rental. So.
Sure, and depending upon market, there's going to be a lot of nuances and such, but there's a lot of uplighting capability, or a lot of that in Minnesota, and if you're still able to have that crew out there working that often, that's a sign that the uplighting is still a healthy area to invest in.
Well, consider there are companies out there that specialize just in lighting, and so there's a demand for it, and anytime you can bundle multiple packages together with one vendor and offer some kind of savings to the client, they're more likely to add it on and bundle it with you. So if a bride is considering their DJ and then the photo booth and then event lighting and all these different things that go into the typical wedding reception, if you as a photo booth company are able to bundle in the event lighting, you now become more attractive in capabilities and offering.
Yep, and it might be a little bit longer day, but a mom and pop type photo booth business could do multiple things at the same time like that, and to be able to make a little bit more money off each event.
And if you're a single operator where you have one booth, you're going out there working the events yourself, then investing a little bit more into some wireless battery powered uplights, because then you can offer more features, color control, and your setup and teardown is going to be a lot easier. Plus, if you're the one setting them up or using them, you know that when you get back to your house, your garage, your warehouse, you can get them plugged in and charged, ready for the next event. For us, with the number and volume of events that we're doing, I don't want to deal with making sure that lights are charged battery-wise, and my staff don't have large pickup trucks to haul equipment. So having a smaller light fixture that does not have a battery in it and running power cables is a little bit more of a pain to set up, but it's a lot more doable from a business perspective to have our staff go out and do that.
Yeah, for sure. And that's kind of my take on it with my uplighting, is I've gone that direction also. Battery's great, but not in every situation. Aaron, you mentioned you're going to be at Photo Booth Expo here in a few weeks with us.
Yeah,
If someone has any questions, would you mind if they come up and kind of bend your ear just a little bit on the different?
Absolutely. So every year I go to Las Vegas to the conventions. My business makes more money, and a lot of that I think is the seminars, the training. But the other half of that is the conversations with other business owners to talk shop, see what we're doing, and so on. And I love sharing my knowledge. And I'll tell anyone what I'm doing that's making me successful. But I'm also listening to other people and say, hey, what are you doing? How can I take that and implement it in my business as well?
That sounds great. And of course, at this year's show at Photo Booth Expo, there is going to be the PBNTV Chill Room, which is a networking room all set up with some round tables and some kind of vibe music in the background. The lighting's down a little bit. So you can grab your coffee from down the hall and come on in there and just kind of sit and hang and talk to other wedding entertainment professionals and learn a little bit and share some ideas back and forth. So hopefully, Aaron, you'll have some time to come in and join some of the folks in the Chill Room this year.
Absolutely. And then also, like I said, I will be working the DJ trivia booth in the expo hall. So come to the exhibit hall and look up the DJ trivia booth and come talk to me and the other affiliates that are there about how we make money Sunday through Thursday every week.
That's great stuff. Great stuff. Looking forward to seeing you in just a few weeks. I appreciate your time and your thoughts on these things, Aaron.
Yep. Thanks, John.
All right. Thank you guys for being with us. We will be back with our next show and about the top of the hour tonight. Thanks for watching.